Hey now. What's up, y'all? It's Little Paulette without the gang, and I am back with the recap. Part 2 of Our Kind of People, Season 1, Episode 9. Twice as hard, twice as good, baby. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And you can hit the bell notification if you want to find out when Part 3 is coming out and when Episode 10 is coming out. All right? Let's get right into it. It starts off with Teddy walking into I guess, I don't know what that is, a room in his house that has a bar. He starts making a drink, and then it shows that Raymond is still in there from when his mother came, working on the laptop. Teddy starts shaking that shaker thing around and making all this noise, like he doing it on purpose, laughing. It sounds like he got a jug of water in there too. You can hear ice, but you hear mostly liquid. He's shaking it around. So Raymond is like, there's easier ways to get my attention. And Teddy laughing while he doing it too. His stupid self. He said, attention? He said, yeah, I don't know, like trying to buy Darman shares. Teddy said, there's no trying involved. Jack came to me. Jack ain't shit. Not only did he come to Teddy, he double crossed. Like, this a family business. It's been in his family for generations. Teddy said Jack agreed to his first offer. He said, such the negotiator. He said by the end of the week, he gonna have the controlling shares. What is Raymond gonna have? Y'all, I had to go way back for that. Oh, wait. Oh my God, they are so crazy on here. He took a drink after he said, what will you have? You know what Raymond said? My youth. Honey Teddy had spent over to the side while he was taking that drink. My eyes got big. Yeah, Raymond hit you in the gut. You didn't see it coming. He snuck you. He said he been thinking about it. Like, what is it? What? Why does this ninja act like this towards me? He said, I think you jealous that I got the rest of my life and you don't. He said, time is no longer on your side and there's nothing you could do about it. He said, enjoy the rest of your nightcap, old man, and left him there. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It cuts to Angela going in, I guess, pantry, and she goes to grab a box of Eve's Crown, and two big giant bottles of cocaine fall out. And then they show her looking at him all crazy. And then they show Nate coming through the gate, and then they show her sitting outside on the bench and still inside the gate with a big old bag with his stuff packed, telling him she found the cocaine, yelling why, not really giving him a chance to say whether it's his or not. And I'm thinking, it probably ain't even his. It's probably Piggy's. She throw the whole guilt trip. My mother worked hard. She passed this down to me in front of your daughter, and I can't have you around if you're going to break her heart. Nate shaking his head, but he never really coming out and saying, no, it's not his. And, of course, she walks in the house, and he's left outside with them old tight pants on, just looking like, basically, he looked like he ain't do it to me. I don't think it's Nate, y'all. Then it cuts to Olivia knocking at the door of the white boy Jack. And he opens the door and say, Mama Liv, what brings you here? He partying, he got the music playing, he making drinks and stuff. Cause he stay at a resort, And she coming in like, hey baby. She ain't like that, but she like, hi, I thought I'd come by and talk to you. She ain't, all baby, but obviously, like I told you, their families go back generations. She married into it, so she knows him as well. She said she was dropping off some gin or whatever, and then she told him she couldn't help but think about that naughty little boy that used to raid her bar in the little baby voice while she grabbed him by the cheek. And he said, you used to have good gin. And then she pulled out a big giant bottle of it. I mean, a big old bottle, y'all. Jack said, you must be about the only DuPont that's not mad at me right now, because you know Raymond is. And then she said, Raymond doesn't need to know that I'm here. You know, the little fake, like she on his side. You know she up to something, y'all. She said, how about a martini in the chat? He said, let's. Clank the glass with the bottle, just like a little alcoholic. It cuts to that beach party that Quentin was talking about in part one, that he invited the maid, or the head maid's granddaughter to. And of course Nikki is there, and Taylor and Lauren and all the rest of the kids from the neighborhood. And Quentin comes up and they all hug Quentin. So then he's talking to Sloan, which is the maid's granddaughter. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember her name. And some girl pats him on the shoulder and she says, oh, you're here. And then he turns around and she says, oh, you brought a girl with you. No wonder you didn't text me back. I was wondering why you didn't text me back. And then he says, oh, this is Sloan. Sloan, this is whatever her name is. I don't care to remember. And then Sloan compliments her bag, and he tells her that this is the house manager's granddaughter. And then she don't even bother to speak. She just goes, huh, and puts her hair on her shoulder and walks away. I'm sorry, I hope I didn't cover the microphone. Puts her hair on her shoulder and walks away. Heifer. Bougie heifer. Then Sloan grabs his hand and says, don't you ever introduce me like that again. Everybody knows that house manager is code for rich people maid. And he's like, oh, like he ain't even get it. Because, you know, he don't see her as anything different from anybody else. Then she apologizes and says she guess she's just a little insecure around his rich friends. But she got reason to be. Back to Mama Olivia, Mama Liv, and White Boy Jack. She said he know how to mix a martini. They drinking, having a good time. Jack said he learned from the best. She said, what can I say? I was the fun mom. What? Shit. I done knocked over the damn thing. I went all the way back. I done knocked over my ring light, y'all. She was the fun mom. Miss Bougie, stay in your place. Miss Etiquette, manners, you know, all of that. You teaching kids how to mix martinis when they're children. Well, teaching people how to mix martinis when they are children. But you talking about somebody else's trash? That's trash box behavior right there, lady. Then Jack says, speaking of fun moms, do you want to do a bump? Because I know I got some cocaine around here somewhere. What? Get the F-U-C-K out of here. And then she had the nerve to say, Jack, no one of good breeding does cocaine anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Y'all take pills. My bad. My bad. She talking about, I hear you and Raymond are cross with one another. I need my boys to get along and to keep your shares out of the hands of Teddy Franklin. Talking to him like here, Riri, and he going, Actually sound like my damn dog Galaxy. She talking about you two are like brothers. She talking about no, not anymore. Raymond made that pretty clear. First of all, you did stuff behind Raymond back first before Raymond even said that, Jack. So stop lying. You was trying to mess with his wife, number one. And number two, you already was going to Teddy trying to do stuff behind his back before anything even happened. What are you talking about? Oh, it's the caucasity for me. It's the caucasity. Caucasity runs deep in this one, y'all. He gonna have the nerve to say that he's so tired of Teddy's judgment, and he just gonna take the money, the fortune that Teddy gonna pay him, and he gonna be done with him. But he didn't look at Olivia's face when he was saying that, because he remembered that he had some cocaine in his pocket. He pulled that out all excitedly, but he missing the looks on her face. It's pure evil, and I tell you, pure evil. I tried to make an evil face, y'all. So Olivia said, did your father ever tell you how the company was formed? And he said, yes. They were great best friends, just like me and Raymond. And she said, not exactly. Oh, she about to give him the real deal, y'all. The real deal. So basically, he was just a guarantor for the loan for Raymond's great-grandfather because they wouldn't give a black man a loan at the time. She said, your family did us a solid, but we paid it back 100-fold by allowing generations to have a financial stake in it. That's what I'm talking about. Black wealth, baby. Black wealth. Lending a hand to the white folk, just like Africa lends a hand to all of these countries, including America. But they make it seem like America and all these other countries are helping Africa. Honey, y'all better do some research about the lies you be being told. Liars! She told him, but those shares are not yours to sell. I'm trying to hold my mouth tight the way she do it. You know how when you in trouble and your mother mouth be tight and she talking to you, get your ass over here. Like that. That's how she talking, y'all. She said, you will not sell those shares to Teddy Franklin. He said, you're not my mother. And according to you, we're not even family. I'm no more than a guarantor. Honey, I don't know who he think he fooling with. I told y'all she was a super duper 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 bitch, didn't I? I did. Olivia got up to leave and he was like, come on, don't leave. Let's just celebrate the end of the severs of the family business. And I'm the end of the line, right? And he grabbed her and she pushed him off. But then he grabbed her again, like telling her, like a hug kind of way. And she's like, take your hands off of me. And she pushed him and he went flying through the table, like a glass table. Like, he don't look like he alive, y'all. She ain't do it on purpose, but she still did it. Then they show him all broke up on the table, and then he dead, y'all. His head looked like it went through, his neck went through the table or something. And then she said, last of the line. That's what you said, right, Jack? But then they showed her martini still on the table, or she put it down on the table with the 3 olives and the lipstick. And remember, she just had told, I don't even think I mentioned it, but she had just told the bartender that she liked 3 olives in her martini at the house, at Raymond and them house. So I guess they were showing that so you can remember that she liked 3 olives with the lipstick on there. You know the police gonna find that. But she's rich and powerful, so what that's gonna mean? Probably not a damn thing. Goes back to the beach bonfire with the kids, and Nikki tells Taylor that she's thinking about applying to her boarding school and asking if they give scholarships. Of course, Taylor doesn't know because she's wealthy as well. Lauren interrupts and says that she want to go do the thing that she was talking to Taylor about, which is her telling her father that her mother is cheating on him. And then she tells Nikki that it's just personal and she needs Taylor to come with her. Taylor's like, nah, I'm coming. Then she tells Nikki that she gonna come back and pick her up. So they about to go over there to tell, I guess. Oh, Lord, Lauren called herself going to Uncle Jack's room to give him the opportunity to do the right thing. Not knowing that Uncle Jack dead. Her grandmother already done left up out of there. She not about to catch her up in there. Ain't no way. That lady is too smart for that. Oh, my goodness. So this little girl's about to find this dead body. Poor thing. Well, guess she ain't got to tell nothing now. She found this body, of course, or they found it. And, of course, they hauled ass because they black. They might be bougie, but they not dumb. They was out of there. Okay? Because to the Gracie's party, Angela is like trying to woosah herself when she first walks in. getting herself together. And then she walks up to that Giselle woman and starts giving her all of her all her gracities, yeah, and her etemizing her about all of her accomplishments and stuff. And she's like, woo, somebody did their homework. So she's down to earth, basically. So Angela starts telling her about her curl pudding and, about her startup. And she opens up the package, and Olivia comes over telling her, do you not have decorum, style? You don't go up to our alumni with a sample bag and pressuring them and all of this stuff. And trying to embarrass Angela, of course. The alumni, Giselle, is just looking at her like she's crazy. She's not thinking Angela's wrong. She's thinking she's wrong, at least by the look on her face. Leah's coming to walk up. Looks like she's coming to try to save Angela, or at least she got to look like, oh, God, please leave her alone. And then she snatches this curl pudding to my curl pudding is not on the assignment that you clearly didn't understand. Takes it from her and snatches the lady away. Leah's husband comes up to her and grabs her when she was trying to go comfort Angela. So Angela just puts the sample bag on the lady's at the lady's seat, not on her chair, but at the table where the lady's gonna be sitting at. Then they show Nikki sitting at the beach looking around like, where is she at? Taylor comes walking up looking all scared because, of course, she just found a dead body. And she telling her she can't talk to her about it. Nikki's like, is something going on with y'all? Because y'all spend a lot of time together. And I don't want to be no summer fling. Of course, instead of her telling her what's going on, she's like, can I just see you tomorrow? Nikki just gets up and just leaves. And then it cuts to Lauren in her room looking scared the same way. Because, of course, she just saw a dead body. Her parents come in her room, and then she tells them that she found him dead. And then her mother says, I know your dad told me. And she says, what were you and Taylor doing there anyway? And then she says, I found this key card in your car, and I went to Uncle Jack's room to go talk to him. And then Leah starts confessing and tells, her husband exactly what happened. Said he was drunk, or he brought her the key card or whatever. But, of course, she didn't go. Did she say she didn't go? She apologizing to him. Yeah, she said she ain't go. And he told his daughter, don't worry about our marriage. We can solve it. And then she told her mother, Leah told her daughter to go splash some water on her face or whatever. And she's just giving her mother, cutting her eye at her because she doesn't believe her. She think that her mother's cheating on her father. So Leah sits down next to Raymond, and she said, you have to believe me. And he said, okay. And then he just started talking about how he's been reckless and drinking lately, and he's upset that his daughter had to see him like that. What? He said he gonna go down there and get in front of all of this. But it looked like they was about to kiss before he left, but he just snatched away. I don't know if they were, but that's what it looked like to me. Then it cuts to Piggy watching TV, and Angela coming up in the room, the den or whatever, and she asks what Nate is and start teasing her. And Angela's like, no, not tonight. Nate's gone. Angela say, I found drugs in his room. You should see all the game he was spitting, acting like he was here to help and all this stuff. Piggy said, Angela, the drugs are mine. Ooh. Piggy. Ooh. Piggy said that when Tyreek came to visit her and ask about his father's past and her past, it triggered the old her. So that's why she had the drugs. She said the old her that Angela don't know. Then she proceeds to tell Angela that she was addicted to crack back in the day. Remember I told y'all a long time ago, probably in the first episode, Piggy got some secrets. And she fell in love with her dealer, Darius. Piggy. She clean now, so that's all that matters. Everybody got a pass. I'm definitely not shaming or judging her at all. She fell in love with her dealer, and their relationship was volatile, and one day they got to fighting, and she wasn't going down easy, and she said she swear he had his hand on her neck, well, my grandmother say neck. So for them purposes, I like to say neck. My grandmother passed. But on her neck, y'all. So she wasn't having that. She was able to grab a knife from the kitchen counter and she stabbed him, but she ain't mean to kill him. She said she swear. She ain't mean to kill him. Oh, Piggy. She said she didn't want to kill him. She loved him, but she was so scared. In other words, it was her or him, and she wasn't going to let it be her. And who mad at that? I guess him and his family. She said she told her sister Eve, which is Angela's mother, and Angela's mother told her that her boss, Teddy Franklin, would know what to do. And this is what Teddy been blackmailing her about, which I think we talked about it in another episode, but this is our first time telling Angela about it. But not the whole meat and potatoes like this, though. We didn't get the whole stir, as they say down south, the whole stir. And Piggy said that Teddy had his bodyguard, Tyreek's dad, take care of the body. See how this is all twisted up? This is what y'all do in generations before, and then y'all talk about the kids, how they are afterwards. When y'all was doing all of this stuff, all of this dirt, and these kids, us kids, are being born around this, all of this stuff. And then you turn around and talk about how bad the generation is, like you didn't have nothing to do with it. Ooh, child. Every generation that does that too. I'm talking to every single generation, everybody in every generation that does that. Not just mine, not just generation before mine. But if you are in any generation and you are doing that or you have done that, that's who I'm talking to and about. Acting like y'all forgot. Then Piggy asks Angela, you must think I'm a monster. And Angela's like, no. She tries to hug her. And she's like, Piggy walked away. And she's like, Angela's like, you did what you had to do. But Piggy don't really believe it. She feels guilty for it, obviously. Piggy says she got the drugs when she went to Boston and she been struggling a bit. But she knows she need to go back to some AA meetings. Poor Aunt Piggy. She told Angela she been seeing how she been liking to get to know her daddy and everything, but your daddy ain't worth the pot. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. And told Angela how he been dangling the murder over her head since she got into town. Told y'all he ain't worth the spit it take to cuss him. She told how he been trying to force her, use that against her to force Piggy to force Angela to leave town, and she told her how he cannot be trusted. Then it cuts to Leah and them back at the Gracie thing. Looks like most people are leaving, and Leah, I guess she called herself, she about to check Miss Olivia. She talking about heavy is the head that wears the crown, who's on the block. She said, Leah said, I'm issuing a formal warning to you. She said, me? She told Leah, you are drunk. Go lie down. Sorry, y'all. She tried to walk away. And Leah was like, Olivia, I'm sick of you treating Angela like that, basically. This can't be just about defending my mother's honor, because my mother don't even act like that. Get her, Leah. So she said that the only time her husband ever basically gave her money to go invest, she invested in Eve's crown with Angela's mother. And then when they found out that she slept with Teddy and she got arrested and all that, Vernon took the money back. But she leaving out the part that she helped Angela get arrested. She knew about Teddy and all of that. They were in on, not Angela, Angela's mother. They helped Angela's mother get arrested. They were part of it. Angela's mother wasn't no drug dealer. They set her up. The same way they went after Alexis, Raymond's ex-wife, so he can get married to Leah. They are conniving, backbiting, backstabbing, gutter snipe, Bougie ass black people. She told her, leave Angela alone. You've been censured. Olivia told her, push me, little girl. I pushed back. After Olivia walked away, after Leah walked away, Leah walked back up in her face. And they both just looked at each other. And Leah was like, you heard what I said, basically. Good showdown. Daughter against mother-in-law. Too funny. I love it, though. So Leah said to her the same thing she said to her earlier. Olivia, you're drunk. You need to go lie down. And you know she ain't like that. Next it cuts to Angela and Nate on the couch. I guess Angela is apologizing to Nate, saying how she overreacted. And Nate's just like, how's Piggy? And she's like, she's okay. He's not even really fazed by it, I guess, because, you know, he just came home from prison and he kind of probably expects for people to kind of act like that sometime. She said Nate broke her heart a long time ago when he let her down. So when she thought he did it again, she just went, wow. But that's on her. Apologizing. Angela's phone vibrates and she answers it, and it's that lady Giselle, the alumni. She told her how she loved her products and she loved her pitch. Angela's like, yeah, really? Like she's like punching Nate, you know, and she's like, really? To the lady, I mean, of course. So excited. So, you know what that means. Good news, she won her over, and that was the one to win over. Angela and Nate kiss. But it wasn't a long kiss. It was pretty quick. And Angela was like, we can't. She's like, Nikki just got you back. I'm still in this complicated thing with Tyreek. And he's like, but you kissed me back. And she shook her head and she's like, yeah, it was reckless. Sorry. And jumps up off the couch. That's what you better do, girl. You still with Tyreek now. Cuts to Taylor knocking on Nikki's door, saying she can't sleep. And Taylor knocking on Lauren's door, saying she can't sleep. And Lauren says, me either. I just keep seeing Uncle Jack's dead body. And y'all know what's probably going to happen because she in the bed. She's sitting on top of the bed, and Nikki comes and sits on the bed. I'm sorry. Taylor comes and sits on the bed. I keep saying Nikki because Nikki is Taylor's girlfriend. Poor Nikki. I feel so bad for her. Lauren says she just don't want to think. Taylor grabs her hand. They start looking at each other. Then they start kissing, and there you go. Then Quentin's sad. He's talking about he can't believe Uncle Jack is gone. Sloan says she can make him feel better. They start kissing. Custer Raymond sitting in a chair. I guess he's waiting for his mother to walk by. Because as soon as she walks by, he knows them footsteps. He said it earlier. He says, Mom. And she goes, oh, Raymond, I was looking for you. Where you been? Raymond said he was at the police station. He told them that he was worried about Jack because he was having a tough time lately overindulging, trying to get his little lie straight. Told the cops he ain't heard from him in a few days. He got concerned when he knocked at the door, had a manager check on him, and that's when they found him. And then he told his mother he was dead. But you know he knows that his mother knows that Jack is dead, right? And she playing like she's surprised. Oh, God. Then she walked like a zombie and slopped down in the chair and said, that's unfortunate. And then Raymond said, no, what it is a lie. I had to go way back, y'all. What I tell you? He said, what's unfortunate is that Lauren found his body first. Then he picks up a bottle and he says, I guess it ain't too many people who drink Harper's Reserve with this shade of lipstick. He got her lipstick on the plastic bag and he got the bottle, that big old bottle that she had brought there. You know, he probably saw them 3 olives and knew for sure that it was his mama. Then he said, I told you to stay out of it. And then that sad, sorrowful face that she had before turned back into her regular wicked face, connived, smirking ass. He said something like, I know she know that if he died, the shares go back to the family. And did she think that she was just going to take over? guess maybe he think that she killed him on purpose to try to get the shares herself. But she didn't kill him on purpose. He just don't trust her ass. Her ass gonna say it's about time a woman was in control of this family, trying to act like she did it on purpose. No, you didn't, Ma. He said, for once, I don't mind you meddling in my business because this is gonna turn out quite well for me. But your chances to run Darman have not come. He gonna be taking over from here. Back to the girl again, the girl again, back to the girl again, the girl again. He whispered, have a good night, and gave her a kiss on the damn forehead, y'all. He blew off. Get on out of here, Ma. Go home. Go home, Ma. He walks out the room with the bottle in his hand. I guess he's keeping it as blackmail against his mother or whatever. Stops at the door, smirks, and then that's how it ends, y'all. So I hope y'all was able to hang with me for this whole video. I'm trying to try something new. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is the end of Our Kind of People Season 1, Episode 9. Twice as hard, twice as good. I only did 2 parts this time. And don't forget to hit that bell if you want to know when Episode 10, Just Desserts, is coming up. All right, guys. Have a blessed night. Peace.